Alright kids, Heretic you here, back with another Relic Knights beta report. This is going to be a 50-point battle between my Star Nebula Corsairs and Black Diamond, so let's get to it. Alright, warning kids, recovering from kind of a nasty cold, so my voice is going to be meh. Worse than normal. But moving on to the scenarios. For Black Diamond, they got the scenarios that were built for them. So they pulled Sabotage and Carnage. And for the Pirates, the Star Nebula Corsairs, we also drew scenarios that were meant for us. So I got Heist and Realign. And yes, basically what that means is that Captain Harker will be in fact trying to steal from the uber paramilitary group of the Black Diamond. This is going to be a good game, so let's get right to it. So let's pan around the table, take a look at where all the objective markers are. So you can see my primary sort of in the center of the table. You got Black Diamond stuff we're measuring. It's like, hey, that's a little too close. They're kind of spread out along near the board edge, as you can see there. And then I have one over there just to kind of deny positioning from one shot. And now a quick look at deployment. I got Harker pretty close to one of his secondary objectives. There's the Iron Chef also in position next to the objective. Caesar's in the middle. There's a Melial for Black Diamond. Then I got Kanobo and a unit of Corsairs kind of standing guard there. One Shot and the Blitz tank. And then there's that big old Diamondback guarding one of his objectives. Okay, so starting off with the hero, in this case Black Diamond. Now I did win the flip for that, but I always choose to villain. Not because it yields any advantage, but basically, you know, when I'm playing pirates, I am a villain. So, you know, I embrace it, and so I always choose villain. Which means that the Black Diamond will get first activation as soon as I stop adjusting the tripod of that. So sorry for the shakiness. Also, I should note, yes, my camera did run out of batteries once again, and so you're gonna get some video on this, and you're gonna get some still shots. But either way, it was such a cool battle. I figure I'm gonna put it up as is and let you guys decide. Anyway, so One Shot takes first activation. Is going to do not Daystar Blast, but her other attack. I think it's I can't remember it off the top of my head. It is I think it's Scatter Shot or something like that. That's going to be at the Corsairs, so wasting no time and going right for Carnage, obviously. And this early in the game, I wasn't able to do much to save the pirates. I had a decent hand as far as Esper goes, but I was kind of hoping that he would just start shooting stuff and kind of ignore the units that I actually have close to his objective. So I was okay with this shot. Also, just a quick side note, I am going to play this at normal speed because there's so little video of it, and it allows me to, sometimes when I speed it up, I'll miss activations and that sort of thing. But we play at normal speed. It allows me to kind of reflect and see what happens. As you see, he's picking the target, and does quite a bit of damage. Takes out 2 Corsairs with that hit. So that is a mean opening move by the Black Diamond. Let's see what I do. So my activation's not that awesome. I start with Caesar, who transfers Esper. Well, he gets Esper for just activating, and then he's gonna do he's gonna transfer that Esper to Kenobo, who's really my main objective grabber. I mean, it's kind of weird. I've discovered that he's a lot more survivable. You know, you look at him and you think, you know, melee DPS, and he can definitely dish that out. But man, he is really cool at surviving with his immortal ability and everything. And of course, I missed a couple of activations talking about that, but that's okay. So basically, it was Fritz transferring Esper to one shot, and then I have Harker, who gets Esper from Caesar just by looking at him. And you see I'm hugging one of the Black Diamond objective markers because I'm going to use that Esper and infuse that on his next activation. So Big Yellow goes. That's the Diamondback. Threatening, basically, I think he's threatening Iron Chef. He didn't do anything this activation, just got him into position. So back to me. Let's see. I think I'm going with Pirates. That's right. Pirates are going to sort of back up. They take a shot at Emilio with Lead 2. But Emilio? I don't know. You guys put in the comments how I should be pronouncing her name. Is going to throw down a lot of cards here to prevent that damage. I should note that I wasn't able to press this attack, so it wasn't going to be a lot, but obviously it's important to block. They felt, you know, Black Diamond felt it was important to block that attack, and I'm using my follow-up move to get closer to the Black Diamond objectives. I don't know if it's a smart move. One shot's right there. Yeah. So anyways, we go with Emilio. She's going to activate. I believe she's going to... Well, no, she didn't have enough Esper, so she's just going to position herself for something. I thought she was going to do a psychic attack and try to finish off the Corsairs, but that did not happen. Emilio's going to be a problem. I mean, obviously Black Diamond's got a lot of heavy hitters there. As you can see, my activation going with Kenobo. You can barely see that. It was barely in frame. Kenobo is going to be over there. Tough choice. The reason why I gave him Esper is because I wanted him to attack, but then I was thinking, well, Black Diamond have the advantage in damage, so he's carrying that Esper. He can infuse that token there, as we see Harker do that. So Harker is going to infuse that objective marker and then get back into the fray. So yeah, I could get 2 out of 3 if I do this correctly, and have Kenobo sort of run around, maybe even hit some things while he's infusing the tokens. One thing's for sure, do not want to trying to space my guys out to avoid one-shots. Daystar Blast, which the Black Diamond guy, he's pumping in a ton of Esper at this point. into, and here we are with the camera running out. Okay, so camera ran out, so we're gonna go with the crappy cell phone pictures here. That's Iron Chef using Dinner Bell to pull Kenobo closer to the objective. Then we see Emilio activate, and she's going to throw a sabotage token on one of my objectives. And then the big guy comes, and he is going to take a shot at Harker. And then you see Kenobo activate and put a infuse the primary objective, and then back away from One Shot. But One Shot will have none of this, so she's ready for Daystar Blast. Take a look at the angle there. That angle is going to hit both Kenobo and Harker. Kenobo was able to shield, and Harker took most of that damage, but on my activation, I used Mutagen, which you saw those cards right there, to heal up Harker, so it's a good flip. We're taking a look at the M1 Blitz tank activating. Didn't really do anything during its activation, just kind of positioning itself. And then there's Emilio taking out 2 pirates in hand-to-hand combat. So my main unit is pretty much gone. So I'm going to activate the Corsairs before they die, and they're going to yank the first heist token from the primary objective. And here we are with the big guy, who is going after Kenobo. But this is where I use Kenobo's guard, and I'm going to be using that pretty much the entire game. So that is, it's pretty awesome. But it uses a lot of Esper, so let's be sure. Let's be clear about that. One Shot goes and then takes a shot at Kenobo. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to block that one, so Kenobo is pretty damaged by that burst token. And then Kenobo takes a, that's another heist token. So he's running with it, and he's about more than halfway wounded at this point. So Amelia comes in to finish the job, but I was able to get the guard off again. And then I have Iron Chef move in, and he's going to throw a heal on Kenobo just to give him some more life. And you can see the big guy blocking, actually that's Fritz using one of his support actions, knocking Caesar out of the queue. So that kind of screwed up my Esper shenanigans that I got over with. And you see the pirates running for that board edge, and Harker about to get the heist token, but they were finished off before they were able to drop off the token. So there's going to be a loose token on the ground, and here you have Emil once again unable to hurt Kenobo. Kenobo right there on the edge, not able to drop off the token just yet, but he will be next activation. And then you got Fritz transferring Esper around. Caesar, the same thing. This time I transfer Esper to the Iron Chef. And you see Harker about to drop off, and that's Kenobo dropping off the first heist token for the Corsairs. But the M1 tank, I think it's going to be the M1 tank that finishes off Kenobo, if I'm not too 100% sure. But I'll say at this point Black Diamond is leading 1-0, and it looks like they're going to be up 2-0 if they take out Kenobo, which they do. So it was the M1 tank. Blitz tank finishing off Kenobo now. Black Diamond up 2-0, so that's putting me in a tough spot. But I quickly score with Iron Chef. He puts the third infused token down, and so I am now up 3-2 with a couple of tokens left to just get off the board. But As you can see, Black Diamond going really aggressive, and now they're starting to fire at the Iron Chef. So, Chef has taken some damage. Amelia flies up, does a psychic attack. That's actually going to be on Harker. That picture's a little misleading there. She flies up, does a psychic attack on Harker, and Harker is really wounded at this point. Extremely wounded. And now I start positioning the Iron Chef to grab the heist marker, because it's going to take a combination of Chef and Harker to pull this off. It's a really close game. Harker drops off the second heist token, actually. And so I've got one more to go. But here we are. One shot, Harker on his last wound, basically. And one shot lines up the kill shot on Harker. Or wait, I think I'm mistaken at this point. I think she fires and almost kills Harker, so puts him on his last wound. So Harker's got, basically one activation left, hopefully to get the third marker and run off the board with it. So super tight game, because if I get that, I win. I score my 8th point, we're good. But Black Diamond's going for the kill. They'll get sabotaged plus 3 points for killing Harker, which will put them over the edge. As you see, Emil going up and putting another attack on Harker. This time I was able to guard and block, but that means that I've spent a ton of Esper and my hand is really low. So I won't be able to do this again. This is going to be a tough, extremely tough thing. So I gotta hope that basically, Harker lives. So here he is. He's picking up the last token. This is very cinematic. So if he lives, I win. If it's the big guy coming down on Harker right there to finish him off. And if this attack goes through, it's game, set, match for the Black Diamond. You can see there's his last wound. He is almost there. Okay, wait, I gotta back up here. There was some stuff that I got wrong looking at this picture. Let's start with Harker. Actually, the Diamondback does strike Harker, put him on his last wound. That's why I'm showing that picture right there. I apologize for that because it's been 4 or 5 days since this battle happened. So I'm trying to remember everything. That's a Caesar transferring Esper to Harker. The second correction I have to make is that Kenobo did not make the drop. He actually was killed right at the table edge, unable to drop off the heist token. So here we have a shot of Harker dropping off, which is now going to be the second heist token. So that means that the Iron Chef has to run back and pick up Kenobo's token that he dropped when he died. And if I can do that before Harker loses another point of damage, then I will win. However, there's one shot. She's going to take a pop shot at Harker. Thank God I had the Esper to block it. So that's all good for me. And then Iron Chef reaches the marker, but I've got to cycle through one more time. I've got Chef, Caesar, and Harker at this point to go through. So I've got to avoid damage without having any Esper on Harker. And you can see Emilio jumping down, launches a psychic attack at Harker, and unfortunately takes him out, which with the bonus points for Carnage will win the game. He actually wins. Official score was 8-3, and you can see how close of the game that was. That's kind of why I wanted to preserve this, even though we ran into a number of difficulties doing that. Yeah, it was crazy. Very intense game. Very cinematic. I love the idea of the Corsairs trying to coming up, with this crazy plan where they had to steal from the Black Diamond. So that was cool. And yeah, so basically that's the battle. Sorry about all the if I've misspoken anyway. It's because I'm trying to remember it, and like I said, it was a couple days ago, and I'm sick. So you guys got to cut me some slack here. So that'll do it, guys. Thanks for watching once again. Quick shout out to, let's see if I can pronounce his name. I'm gonna feel really bad about trying to pronounce it, because he is one of my early viewers. So he's been watching since I've been doing Blood Bowl and stuff. So I'm gonna try. I think it's Suru Shanut. He got the last name that anime themed correctly, which was Grinlagen. So we're going to continue with the game. So as always, you will score a bonus point if you name this the following anime. You got to be the first one to put it in the comments. Wow, I cannot speak today. Never mind. Let's start this from the top. Yeah, so be the first guy, name the anime correctly in the comment section, score yourself a bonus point. Alright, and here goes.
I need to feel the touch of a friend. In the countryside, I wander far and wide. The isolation gets me again. I don't know where to go. When I feel like crying.
Okay, that's it for that one. So be the first one. Hopefully that sound came through. Sometimes it has problems. Be the first one to name that anime and win yourself a bonus point. Okay, and thanks for watching.